Hey everybody, welcome back to another MVP special on Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. So today, or no, not today, last night I came home from work. It was like 12 o'clock midnight. I saw this thing called Duel Trial. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, a three-way event. All I gotta do is win 3 matches and I get this little, what's this thing? Click it. So I was looking up the decks and I saw that my Utopia deck's there. I wanted to see the Stardust deck. It looked like garbage. There's no Jet Synchron. There's no Junk Converter. I'm like, this deck's ass. You can't even get out a strong ass card in this. So I'm like, that's useless. I'm like, let me check out the freaking Hero deck. And I'm like, oh, all these decks are garbage. And the one thing I was focusing on was just like the trap card components. I'm like, okay, that's good that there's no Max C because I hate Max C. There's no really like crazy ass negates or anything, and it's a good thing that I'm a Utopia player or a Xyz duelist because it has my Utopia deck. I have the ultimate Utopia deck, and I'm looking at this bricky ass Utopia deck here, and I'm saying to myself, okay, it has a good extra deck. The trap cards are pretty good, 2 rank up spells, cool. And I'm like, okay, if there's no hand negations, there's no Max C, and all I gotta do is win 3 duels, I'm like, yo, this is gonna be easy. So I'm going into my first duel right here. Obviously I'm gonna speed it up right now. 1 second. Alright, so here's the first match. I basically went up against this duelist. He was Platinum 5. The other duelist I fought was Gold 2, and then the other duelist I fought was also, like, before the season restarted when I got home at midnight, was Plat 4. So I'm like, okay, I know Utopia deck really well. When I activated this trap card, with this spell card, I haven't used this spell card in a very long fucking time. And I'm like, bro, did I just fucking, I'm like, what the fuck, man? And I'm like, yo, this is my hand? I was gonna surrender. I was so cheesed. I'm like, what the fuck? Because like, yo, I don't use those spells anymore, bro. I haven't used those spells since like Legacy of the Duelist. So here we go. He's running a Utopia deck too. Both brick. Yeah. So he destroys my card. I get this card. Very good trap card. I might put in my ultimate Utopia deck. You return the level 4 from the graveyard and then it can't be destroyed by battle or by card effects. That's pretty badass. And it stays on the field. So, I ain't gonna lie. This regular Utopia deck fails in comparison to the power of my ultimate, but it did have interesting cards that I hadn't used in a long time. Especially Pinpoint Break. I used to use that card. Honestly, I don't even know why Yuma had like these spell trap cards to put on Gaga Magician, and he's not really a spellcaster duelist. So I don't even know why those cards are in his deck. It feels like a waste, you know. So I've used this little card before back in the day, so I'm like, okay, boom, there's my level 4. It's over. Even if he summoned Utopia right now, I would have still freaking destroyed him. This card that he's about to destroy goes to the graveyard, and then basically I can negate his attack. So I'm like, alright, let me check my extra deck. Let me see what Yuma's got here. I'm like, okay, bet. And I feel like this deck is like the first deck that Yuma had maybe in like the first episode of Zexal. Like, that's what I'm predicting, because this deck looks so ass. He doesn't even have the spell cards for him to special summon Gaga from his deck if he controls no monsters. So I'm like, yeah. So yeah, Utopia just came fucking clutch, bro. I think he surrenders after I equip all this stuff. Since we're using the same deck, I know he doesn't have Bottomless Trap or anything to really stop this play. So once he saw Tornado Bringer, he's like, alright, yeah. Yeah, so that's one. So right now I'm just checking like the traps just to make sure no one can really fuck me over. Apparently all the traps from each deck, all they do is they negate your attack or they special summon your card from the graveyard. That's all these traps do in every deck. And the synchro deck's garbage. Only one junk synchron? Are you serious? That's shit, bro. There's no way I was using that deck. Elemental Hero deck, if it was this, if they did not nerf the Elemental Hero deck and they could just use the cards they use in ranked, I would have been cheesed. That's why I made sure, but their deck's even more brickier. Because you guys gotta understand, if you don't have a search engine to get polymerization to your hand, you're a dead man. If you don't have a search engine to get the right tuner and non-tuner on the field to then get out a big monster, you're a dead man. So the only safest deck was a Utopia deck. Because all Yuma runs is level 4s in this deck. The only cards that are at level 4s is Gaga, Girl, and like that other level 2 card that I played in the last duel. That negates an attack. He doesn't even have Foolish Burial in this deck. So I wasn't really intimidated with the Synchro deck. I knew he wasn't going to be able to bring out anything because like there's no Max C where you can just send a random level 2 to the graveyard. So I'm like, I ain't got nothing to worry about. I could have put my card in defense mode, but it would have been retarded to do so because I know a Synchro deck doesn't have the attack power to really destroy Golem. So I'm like, I'm blessed. I'm just surprised that the duels I had were like two turn duels. 2-3 turn duels. Like they weren't really like anything super crazy. So hold on. Yeah, so I'm playing it smart here. I use his level 4. I go on to Utopia so I can attach these 2 equip spells to my card. The thing I love about Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is like, despite them consistently updating the game, fixing stuff, banning gay shit, limiting stuff on a consistent basis, adding new cards to the game, adding stuff to solo to make it more fun. When they make events, they don't just make sweaty events. They know ranked duels can be sweaty, everybody using meta decks. So literally they make events where it just takes you back to old Yu-Gi-Oh! Where it was just no Maxi, no Ash, no none of that shit. Literally an anime style duel where you literally had to just get the right draw, summon a powerful monster and win. Look, he fucking surrendered. And I think that guy, he was that guy before the rank reset was gold 2. I was gold 1. I don't know why the fuck I'm silver 5 right now. I should be silver 1. Whatever. This guy right here was plat 5 before the thing. And I had a freaking brick, man. I'm like, what is this fucking hand? I wasn't even gonna waste time setting Goblin Bird. Didn't make sense. I'm like, yo, if I lose, I lose. But I know 100% I'm gonna draw level 4. And he doesn't really have cards in his deck to negate my shit. So like, I'm just waiting on that level 4. Burn it down. Burn it. Yeah, I swear, man. When I saw that the Utopia deck was in here, I was like, yeah, I'll probably do the event. I didn't do the Xyz event. I just don't have time because, like, I'm running like 2 jobs right now, and I worked 15 hours yesterday. I was literally up from like 5 in the morning. I worked from 6 all the way to fucking 12 o'clock midnight. So I was very exhausted. But when I saw that it was only 3 duels, I'm like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. So here, when I saw his level 4 and I saw Doppel Warrior, I thought he was going to summon like a level 6 tuner. I forgot what that Sigil monster is called. Get 2 tokens and then summon Stardust. But he didn't do that. So he probably didn't have that one card in his deck. I was wondering why he didn't synchro summon. That's why I didn't want to use that deck. Saw that this is a level 4, I'm like, bet. It's time to do the plays. Now these rank ups in my hand I do not like. Because look, like I did my rank up and it ranked me up by 2. This would have let me get, where's the card here? it can let me get Utopia Victory, which I don't want, and then it makes me get Utopia Ray V, which I don't want. Both these cards are pretty much useless. That's why you don't really see me run these cards in my Utopia deck. Give me a second. Yeah, so I'm thinking to myself, shit, this is probably gonna let me summon that one Utopia card. This one. Oh, but I'm like, fuck, man, I don't have enough to kill, though. And he had 6,000. Normally he has 6,000, but I guess that's because people would do double or nothing and then pop them, right? So he, for some reason, gets back Doppel Warrior. His card is 0, so he has to Synchro Summon. Ah, he summoned a good fucking card too. Okay. So he gets out Stardust. Because he used that one card, Stardust gets like a boost attack or something. He kills my card. Unfortunately for him, he didn't know I had Monster Reborn. And the reason halfway to Forever didn't activate is because I only have one Utopia monster in my deck. So that's why I didn't special summon them for me to go. That's what I thought. I'm like, why didn't the effect activate? Like, so I'm like, okay, let me bring Utopia back. I have this rank up. If I do the plays like I saw one kid do online when he was facing me, even though he lost with the TCG Utopia deck, if I go Utopia and then I overlay into Ray, Utopia Ray, or whatever the fuck this card's called. Yeah, overlay cheese. And then I activate the rank up spell that negates the field. I should go into Leo. And I'm like, if I go into Leo, it's fucking over. So I took a gamble. It worked. I go into Leo. Bomb. Bounce with me. Bounce with me. I'm the guy. I'm the guy. So this little card my boy Hyman told me about boosts my card's attack by 3,000. He has 5,000 life points. I did the math a little bit, you know. Gotta critique the math, you know what I'm saying? 2 turns with a garbage ass Utopia deck. I'm still up. So yeah, this event was lit. You guys gotta try it. If you do, use the Utopia deck. It's the most consistent. It's the best deck to use. I did the stupid thing. This event took me like 5 minutes. So I locked this card. I took a picture of it because it looks interesting. If you use it for Fusion Link summon or Synchro Summon, you draw a card plus a card. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I took a picture so I can add it to a deck later. And then I did the pack. And then that was it. So I'll catch you guys in the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel.